And this is my first ever live cooking class. So today I'm going to be showing you the secret to making a restaurant quality acai bowl. And the secret is because I used to work at some of Miami's best juice bars, and I know what they use to make amazing acai that you can't find in most stores. So let's get started and let me show you. And the secret is this. This brand called Nativo is from Brazil, and they make the best acai, like incredible. And fortunately, you can buy them online. They do sell by the box though. It's only sold in bulk, but it is so worth the price. It is so worth everything to get this acai. The store-bought brands, like I was using Samba Zone and I don't know, there's like one or two common brands you find in the frozen section at the supermarket. They do not have the same taste. It tastes bland, kind of empty, a little bit watery. This stuff is so rich with flavor. You just won't believe it. So I highly recommend them, and that's what I'm going to be using for this acai bowl. Now I'm actually kind of new to making homemade bowls. So even though I used to work at juice bars, like I said, but for some reason, I don't know, I seem to have forgotten a few things about making these bowls, but it's pretty straightforward. So here's the acai pack. This is it, and I'm just going to take a scissors and snap it in half. Of course, my scissors is not here. I have to find it. Okay, have scissors in hand right there, so I'm just going to, now typically with acai you want to run it, if it's really frozen straight out of the freezer, oh my goodness, I just made a small little mess there. If it's really frozen straight out of the freezer, you want to run it under some cold water to get it going, or to, you know, to make it softer to cut into, to just get the defrost happening. So I'm going to squeeze this package. This is my blender cup. I'm using Vitamix 1 blender. You can use any strong blender will do. So that's 1/2, and then the second half. And now let me wipe this away. Now juice bars don't typically add just acai for an acai bowl. You need frozen fruit, like frozen banana, and in my case I like to add frozen mango and blueberries, so let me grab that. Okay, so here's my frozen banana that I always keep in the freezer. I'm gonna add about, I'm gonna add 5 pieces of frozen banana, because we're just using 1 piece of acai. And again, for anyone new to the chat, the secret to making great acai is to use this brand here. I used to work in juice bars, and this is the only brand that they used to use in the ones I used to work in, this Nativo. Samba Zone and the other store-bought acai, it does not compare to Nativo. It's a Brazilian brand, it's fresh, and the taste is just without compare. Okay, so I added 5 pieces of frozen banana. Now I'm gonna add frozen mango. And adding frozen mango to acai is going to make the bowl extra creamy, extra thick, and it adds a little bit of almost an umami taste. Like it adds like a depth of flavor that plain acai on its own doesn't have. It adds like a richness. So I'm gonna add 5-6 pieces of frozen mango. And this mango, by the way, is great value from Walmart. Walmart is an amazing place to buy frozen fruit. They have a lot of big bags for cheap. Whenever I'm doing public events where I have to make a lot of smoothies, because I do public education events, I always stock up at Walmart. And even though I heard there's some stuff going on with Walmart and people boycotting it right now, I have to look into that. Okay, so I've added the acai bar plus the frozen banana and frozen mango. And all that's left is a sweetener. For this is the acai bowl base. So I'm going to add, now you have a choice of sweeteners. You can do honey, agave. I'm 100% plant-based and I'm gonna keep it that way for now. So there is plant-based honey, but I haven't been able to get my hands on plant-based honey yet. And that's actually an ingredient I really need to buy because agave doesn't always do the trick when it comes to sweetener. But anyway, so I'm adding some agave. Just, I like it sweet, so about a teaspoon, half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. But definitely honey has a richer taste, so if you can find plant-based honey, you know, all the better. And what's next? Oh, that's it. So I'm going to fill it with a tiny bit of almond milk. As you know, when you're making acai bowls, you cannot put too much liquid into the cup. It's going to make it too smoothie-like, too soft. So to keep it, you know, spoonable and thick, just add maybe half a cup of liquid. So here's my milk of choice. I'm using Almond Breeze vanilla and just going to pour in just a touch of this milk. I don't want it to get too liquidy. One time when I was working at one of those juice bars, I didn't know what I was doing. The first few months I got that job. It was called Choices Cafe in Coconut Grove. I didn't get proper training on the juice bar and how to make acai bowls. So I was putting way too much milk in them and giving customers these like, oh my gosh, these like soup bowls. That's what the acai looked like. It was like soup. It was super soft and liquidy. And handing that to people, and holy moly, and finally one person stood up to me one day or came to me and said, I can't eat this. I can't put a spoon in this. It's just like, you know, it's too soft. And I realized I had been making the bowls wrong the entire time. And I was like so embarrassed, but they didn't train me properly, so I don't totally put the blame on myself. Okay, so this is going, the lid has to go into the blender, and it's gonna get loud for a good minute or two, so bear with me. And then you'll see the amazing results of how this smoothie bowl comes out. I'm gonna move the blender. No, actually, let me just keep it right here so I don't create more mess and chaos. Okay, I don't know if you're still with me. I hope you are. So did you notice the blender was making that like kind of sound? That's a sound you actually want when you're making an acai bowl, because there's not quite enough liquid like the blender likes, but that means it's really grinding these ingredients to a thick consistency. So now all we have to do is plate it, or in this case, bowl it, put it into a nice bowl. All right, so here's my serving bowl, and I'm going to get a spoon. What's a good spatula? Let's see. I need a good spatula that will fit in here. I found one. All right, there's my spatula. And taking the lid off. I'm sorry I keep hitting the camera. This is my first ever live. I'm learning my space and how to work with it. Okay, so there's the acai. And let me get a better angle to pour this from. As you can see, it's nice and thick. And it blended so fast. It only took like, wow, was that a minute? That was hardly a minute. I'm telling you, this brand of acai is unlike anything else you'll find in the grocery store. It's just like, whoa. It's like you're watching movies in black and white and then you watch them in color and you can't believe the difference. And it's pure, it's organic, it's just all around amazing. That's Nativo acai. Okay, this is quite a lot. Wow. Oh, I forgot to mention. While the acai was blending, I'm like, OMG, I forgot to put blueberries. So, because I love putting blueberries. So, in addition to the frozen mango you saw, I also added like 7 or 8 blueberries, frozen blueberries. And that makes the color even like this brighter, richer purple, blue purple, and it just adds to the nutrition because there's so many antioxidants in berries. And it's interesting that, you know, I guess, you know, there's always these diet fads and trends out there about not eating too much fruit, not eating too much sugar, but so many studies have shown that the more fruit we consume, especially things like berries, that they have these powerful properties of health. Like they reverse aging of our cells, and they just do so many powerful things. They prevent cancer, but we have to consume things like that, like berries, and consume them often. So blueberries, acai berries, strawberries, whatever. Just eat lots of berries. Okay, so that's the base, and all that's left to do is decorate. So here's some, I chopped off camera, I chopped some some fresh banana. And I'm going to layer that on. Oh, this is not as neat as I'd like it to be, but some fresh banana. And of course, acai bowls are like a blank canvas. You can just make anything you want with them. So I also have some fresh chopped strawberry. Sometimes acai bowls are kind of flat. This one is like a mountain. This will be like a mountain-shaped acai bowl. So fresh strawberry. And then there's a juice bar where I live called Raw Juice, and they top their bowls with this delicious almond butter sauce, but I don't have that on hand, so won't be doing that today. But yeah, if you ever want to swirl it with almond butter, peanut butter, that adds tons of flavor and great taste. So now I have, I need my scoop. Where's my scoop? All right, I'll just use this. So this is my granola that I like to add, which is Nature's Path organic granola. And yeah, this tastes delicious. I just love that it's delicious, you know. It's not hard to find a good tasting granola though. Some of them, if you buy, like one time I bought Walmart's Great Value granola, and that tasted really cheap. I could just taste the cheapness in it. So definitely, sorry for that, definitely spend a few extra dollars on a quality like organic granola, because you can tell the difference. And that cheap Walmart granola also use bad oils like canola oil and, you know, stuff you really don't want in a healthy meal like an acai bowl. And the final thing I'm going to add is fresh shredded coconut. These are some coconut shreds from Fresh Market, and just add this on top. And that's it. Of course, you can add things like hemp seeds, chia seeds, the almond butter I mentioned, the peanut butter, any type of chopped fruit. Kiwis, apples, anything goes with acai. But yeah, that's the basic restaurant quality acai bowl. I really hope you check that brand Nativo Acai out and invest in it, because every time we spend a little bit extra money on a quality product, it's an investment in our health. And this is such a great, simple way to get more fruits and berries into your body. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.